Cześć wszystkim, z tej strony Astreli. Witam Was bardzo serdecznie w kolejnym odcinku z Mass Effect Andromeda. I tak, myślę, że nie przedłużając zbędnie, udajemy się w tym momencie na Nexusa, na którym zostało nam tylko zacząć misję główną, podróż do Meridianu. Jedną z ostatnich misji głównych, misji z wątku głównego. No nie zostało nam już za wiele tej gry, co mnie w sumie cieszy. Mówiłam, że mam nadzieję, że wyrobimy się przed setką. Zobaczymy jeszcze, co nie? Będę musiała jeszcze wliczyć się w ryzyko, że będą napisy, moje gadanie i scenki jakieś pewnie. Aj. A nie, że sama... Bo wiecie, czasami to, że tak powiem, przy tym, jak się rozdziela odcinki, że tak to ujmę, to... nie wiem, przynajmniej ja tak mam, że czasami nie uwzględniam faktu, że właśnie ja coś będę gadała, że jeszcze muszą napisy przelecieć, że mogą być jakieś scenki na końcu i odcinki wychodzą dłuższe niż przewiduję po prostu. Więc będę musiała to tym razem uwzględnić. Do tej pory chyba jedyną grą, w której odcinek mi wyszedł krótszy, ostatni, bo nie nagadałam się aż tak dużo, to było Papers, Please, gdzie ostatni odcinek chyba 20 minut trwał, jeśli dobrze pamiętam. Na pewno poniżej 25. Tam chyba 22, coś takiego. Dobra, w każdym razie. Desantujemy się z Tempesta. Czy tutaj... Żałoba po Jingerson, czyli nic nowego. Okej. W sensie na bank jeszcze będziemy mieć coś do roboty z pobocznego, bo chociażby mamy to, że ten wieczorek filmowy cały czas jest przekładany w czasie, to po pierwsze, a po drugie jeszcze mamy tajemnicę rodziny Raiderów, czego w sumie ja personalnie jestem ciekawa bardzo tego zadania i się nie mogę doczekać, co się wydarzy. Jezus Maria, znowu gadają o pierwszej krypcie, którą znalazłam. Boli. Boli mnie to. I to jeszcze na iOS właśnie. Żeby jeszcze rozmawiali, nie wiem, na Kadarze, na LADN. Ale nie, cały czas skupiają się na iOS.
Ryder made a sentimental choice saving those Krogan. She looked at them and thought of you.
Ryder's her own person. Just admit you don't like Krogan.
The Pathfinder.
Ryder, we were just discussing your encounter with the Archon.
It's true. I had to leave some Solarians behind, Director Tan. I'm sorry about that.
Noted. Though it is good to see Arc Parchera reunited with the Nexus.
Yet I have to question what we've gained, provoking the Archon like this.
He had a map showing the location of Meridian. Now we have it, and a short window to get there. It's the control center for the terraforming network. If we get that working, all our problems are solved.
Nie
Based
wszystkie.
on what data? This is all alien science.
The vault on Aya suggests that Meridian is the key.
While I appreciate what you've done for our strike teams, we're not equipped for a war with the Ket. They'll be defending Meridian with everything they've got.
If we do nothing, I guarantee there's a fight coming. The Archon's already studying how to exalt us. It's not pretty.
Still, it's better to focus on the outposts. If the Ket attack, at least our people won't be in one place.
Then there's this Sam of yours. We took a chance letting AI get involved. Frankly, I'm uncomfortable with just how involved it's become. I like you,
Et tu
Ryder.
brute contra
I
me?
really do. But I can't support your plan.
Then I will.
O, cześć.
So
Pieniędzy!
will I.
I agree.
Ryder deserves a chance to try.
I applaud the gesture, but you answer to me. I hope you understand.
What's the matter, Tan? Don't want anyone else overshadowing you?
It's not called the Pathfinder Initiative. The chain of command has to be respected. That is all.
Why am I surprised? I don't exactly have a plan B.
There may be a way.
No wiesz.
Pathfinder, apologies. There was an urgent message for
Oh.
you. They said your brother is awake.
What?
Go. We'll talk later. In the tech lab.
Okej. O, automatycznie mnie przenosi. Jak miło. Spotkanie z braciszkiem! Jej! Po tylu normalnie.
Scott.
Zażartowałabym, że latach, ale...
Touchy-feely time. Don't you think you slept in long enough?
I thought it was Saturday, then Sunday. Then I figured someone turned the alarm off.
Well, I sure missed having you around. We've hit a few rough patches along the way.
I'm sorry I wasn't there when Dad died.
No one could have saved him, Scott. I wasn't even sure I should tell you.
I'm glad you did. That would have been a hell of a thing to wake up to. I'll miss him. But right about now, he'd be telling us to stop moaning and get on with it.
There's no shortage of things to do.
Yeah, I hear you're the great and honorable Madam Pathfinder.
Please, it's nothing like that.
As soon as I get my gear, well...
Careful.
No way are you fit for duty, sir. You need a chance to mend.
Yeah, says who?
The Pathfinder, that's who. Time to rest up. That's an order, Specialist Writer.
Pulling rank already. Better hope I never tell anyone about that year you only ate paste. Was it first grade or second?
You can keep talking if you'd like. Just no arm wrestling.
No jasne.
Ryder, this is Pathfinder Rix. We have some ideas about Meridian. Come by the tech lab as soon as possible.
Dobra.
Will do.
O! Porozmawiaj z samym w jego węźle. Już mogę, dobra, ale ze Scottem chciałam pogadać.
You feeling out of the loop, I imagine?
A little, though I've heard bits and pieces of things from Harry and the medtechs. Sounds pretty serious.
Just the fate of the entire initiative. Every man, woman, child, and everything in between facing certain extinction. The usual.
Oh, well, I'm sure the Pathfinder manual covers that.
Yeah, we'll have it wrapped by lunch. There's a race of aliens called the Ket. They're led by a scary nutjob named Archon who wants to turn all of us into them. We both want Meridian, which is the heart of an alien terraforming network we're trying to activate. We do that, maybe we live.
Look at my big sister being all proactive. Meanwhile, I'm mastering the art of peeing in a plastic jar.
No.
You should also know, Dad was keeping some secrets from us.
Like what?
Turns out Sam is even smarter than anyone knew. And Dad juiced his connection to Sam. It's a lot more powerful than other Pathfinders. So is mine.
I guess rank has its privileges. What was Dad up to?
Dad encrypted some of his memories in Sam. I've started unlocking them.
What were they?
You and I were there, so was Mom.
You actually saw her?
It was at the hospital the day she died. And that reunion dinner she wanted us at so badly.
Right. Dad was his usual talkative self.
But there was something else. I saw Dad talk with a benefactor in the Milky Way, some initiative bigwig I'd never heard of.
That's news to me.
Yeah, I'm still hoping I can figure out what it all means. I thought maybe we could talk about Mom and Dad.
Sure. What about them?
Thought you might want to know how Dad died.
I was going to ask you.
Habitat 7. There was this alien terraforming machine that had us stranded. Dad figured it out and shut it down. That saved us our ass. Then, hell broke loose. My helmet got smashed. I couldn't breathe. I was suffocating. Then Dad gave me his helmet.
He sacrificed himself?
I never really knew with Dad. He could be so distant. I guess he loved us more than we knew.
When it mattered most.
Yeah. What do you remember about how they met?
Well, she was in the Alliance, researching early biotic implants. That's about the time she met Dad. He was on Earth for N7 training, I think. He says he swooped in and swept her off her feet. Had a whole bad boy in uniform vibe that was irresistible.
Dad?
I guess it worked. They got married. Then the First Contact War started, and he was sent off to fight. After that, we were born, and Dad was posted to the Citadel as an attaché.
Mhm.
What do you remember about Mom's biotic research?
Mostly that it's the thing that finally killed her. Biotics were an unknown back then. So were the dangers. All sorts of rare diseases hit people working around EZO.
No tak, był o tym
Mom was trying
motyw.
to design implants to help people harness their abilities. She was a pioneer, and she actually gave it to him.
What do you remember about growing up on the Citadel?
Big space station chock full of all sorts of aliens. Scary at first, but pretty soon I was playing laser tag with Turian and Solarian kids. Looking back on it, maybe that's why I'm here. The Citadel showed me life has no limit on possibilities. It made me ask, what else is out there?
You still think about Mom?
Yeah, especially now. I wonder what she'd say if she could see us.
Dad talked about her before we went on our first mission.
Really? After she died, Dad seemed to shut down. He hadn't talked about her in years.
He loved her. I think he was just lost.
We all were.
Mhm.
Feeling homesick at all?
Still trying to get my sea legs, but I think about what might have been if everything hadn't gotten screwed up.
What do you think would be different?
Well, while you were looking for Prothean artifacts, I was standing watch over a Mass Effect relay. Hell of a thing to stare at every day. I'd dream about what was on the other side, the adventures I would have, the things I would accomplish. But when everything got screwed up, well, I guess I'll never know.
Screwed up how?
Start with Mom dying. I never cried so hard. And Dad? He was never the same after that. He put so much into Sam to save her, but... well, AI's as illegal as it gets in the Milky Way. After the Alliance kicked him out for it, everything changed. Suddenly, being Alec Ryder's kid was a black mark. You and I were never going to live that down.
Well, I'll let you take it easy then.
Yeah, you wouldn't believe how slammed I am. Got a nap, then doze a bit, then try to catch up on sleep.
It'll get better.
Not before you find that Meridian. I want in.
I'll take pictures.
Ej, dobra, w takim razie uciekamy od niego. Uciekamy od niego i pędzimy... Ja nie mam tutaj żadnego zadania, żeby nie było, no nie. W takim razie pędzimy do Hyperiona, nie do stacji, do kwater mieszkalnych. Pokład mieszkalny może być też. I chcę do węzła sama. To jest na chwilę obecną moim celem. Tak, gadają o tej hakerce Katrin może być i Knight, bo ona tam się Knight nazywała jako przezwisko, takie przyjęła przezwisko Knight, o, w ten sposób. Ale ona się nazywała właśnie chyba Katrin Knight. Coś koło tego. Agent S jakiś? Co? Dobra, w każdym razie idziemy zobaczyć ostatnie wspomnienie.
Ryder, one of your father's memories is available.
Let's see it.
A moment. There is an added layer of security.
What was it Gian Garson said? The code word is fulcrum?
That worked. This is the last memory your father encrypted, from the final planning stages of Hyperion's departure.
Castus, thanks for calling. Not a lot of people still admit to knowing me.
I owe you. Those were good days on the Citadel.
Vakarian!
I checked with my son Garrus. He works there now, CSEC.
And?
He says the Council thinks Commander Shepard's story is bogus.
Uh-huh. But?
Privately, I've heard they're starting to wonder.
This threat, they're called Reapers?
Shepard's word for them. Something about a cycle, an extinction event that happens every 50,000 years, galaxy-wide. And supposedly the alarm clock's about to go off again.
Unbelievable.
I know. But according to Garrus, Shepard's as level-headed as they come. Takes after you. And it's heaven. So, if the commander says these Reapers are coming, I don't want to be around to see them.
Thanks, Castus.
Take care.
Yes?
I checked around. There might be something to this.
If there is a war, the scramble for resources will be on a scale we've never seen before. The chaos will be monumental.
We should accelerate our timetable.
They will keep the reason quiet. No need to alarm anyone. But the arcs must be underway before any fighting starts. We can't get caught in the crossfire.
Agreed.
Is there something else?
Years ago, you mentioned salvation for a lot of people. You knew this was coming.
I knew something was coming. In theory. Shepard made it real.
And now that you're right,
We'll need a new home. We're going to be all that's left of civilization.
Sam,
Yes, Pathfinder?
track down my kids. Tell them their old man needs to talk. It's urgent. And how is Ellen?
She remains in stasis. As you hoped, it has suspended the progress of her disease.
Make sure her pod is on the Hyperion. Don't use her real name. I'll tell the kids when the time is
Oż w
right.
mordę, że jeża.
Hey, Sam, transfer Pathfinder access. Encrypt memories. There's still hope for your mother.
Mom is here? Alive?
Alec blocked all knowledge of this memory. I now recall his directive to put Ellen into stasis. He hoped it would halt further progress of her disease until a cure could be found.
This should never have been kept secret.
Your father didn't want to raise false hopes. This is the reason you were made Pathfinder, to see the process through.
Where's Mom now?
Here on the Hyperion. Ellen is in a stasis pod under a false name. Elizabeth Riley.
Ale to jest ciekawe, to inicjatywę stworzył ktoś, kto wiedział o żniwiarzach. Tylko kto by to mógł być? Powiedziałem pierwotnie, że Liara, ale przecież, myślę, że ona by czegoś takiego nie ukryła przed Shepard. Ale właśnie, wiedzieli. Nieźle.
So this was Dad's plan.
Alec could not live with the thought of Ellen recovering, only to discover you had died. He sacrificed himself to ensure you and Scott could one day be reunited with your mother. He was also concerned that what he knew about the Reapers and the Benefactor remained secret. He entrusted you with this knowledge. Additional logs with pertinent information are now unlocked in Alec's quarters.
Super.
Now we know what Gian Garson meant. That something big spooked the Benefactor. It was these Reapers. What do you know about them?
A Spectre operative in the Milky Way, Commander Shepard, launched an investigation in 2183 into the existence of an ancient race known as Reapers. According to Shepard's information, the Reapers invade the Milky Way every 50,000 years to destroy any advanced organic life. Allegedly, this cycle has been occurring for millions of years. Shepard claimed the Reapers' return was imminent.
But why was Gian Garson murdered?
Recall Garson's words about the Benefactor. Now they're moving 100,000 of us to Andromeda. I hope it's all for good, but I have my doubts.
What does that mean? Who was or is the Benefactor?
Unknown.
That was over 600 years ago. Was Shepard right? Did the Reapers come back?
Additional logs in your father's quarters have unlocked. Their implications are troubling. Your father believed it prudent that you have this information should anything happen to him.
Jezus Maria, zawijam kiece i lecę normalnie.
Got it. I need to go find Mom.
Nie, wpierw dzienniki. To mnie bardziej interesuje, sorry laska. Dobra, dzienniki. System archiwów.
Your father's personal
No co
logs.
ty, serio? Kryzys w Drodze Mlecznej.
We've just arrived in Andromeda. Before the rest of the Hyperion wakes up, I've checked our comms for any signals from the Milky Way. Looks like sometime in 2186. Everything went to hell. We got out just ahead of it. Commander Shepard was right. So was our mysterious benefactor.
Alec, this is Gian Garson. For the record, year 2185. It's about Fulcrum. I'm on the Nexus and we're going into stasis for the voyage. Looks like you're already asleep. I'm very uncomfortable with our benefactor, and the fact that we still don't know who they are, and all these lives in our hands. I should have done something sooner. This is all very troubling, Alec. Let's talk as soon as you reach Andromeda.
Jen, I got your message about Fulcrum. It's now 2819. We reached Andromeda but have no sign of the Nexus. I have the same concerns as you. In all likelihood, the Milky Way... Well, something terrible happened there. At least the benefactor spared us from that. But why keep hiding? Something's off. But we've got bigger problems at the moment. Habitat 7 may be a bust. Finding a home is all that matters now.
This is Paladin Command to all Turian units within range. Under catastrophic Reaper attack. Primarch Fedorian is dead. Ground units are searching for the next in succession. We'll advise when. Everybody get down!
Tak.
Alliance personnel, please stand by for an emergency flash traffic message.
This is a galaxy-wide alert for all human territories. Fleet Admiral Stephen Hackett has declared threat condition Saber 1. Enemy presence confirmed in Sol system. Earth under Reaper attack. I say again, Reaper attack is underway. Instructions to follow on coded channel Crimson Tacit. May God save.
Pamiętam tą wiadomość. Szczerze mówiąc, w sensie kojarzę, że mieliśmy chyba na terminalu prywatnym w Mass Effectie w trzecim właśnie, że tą wiadomość SOS przymierza.
Hello, Alec. This is Liara Tassoni, and the year is 2186. I don't know if you'll even receive this message, but we corresponded years ago. I remember you spoke about a plan to settle Andromeda. I don't know if your arcs made it out of the Milky Way, but the worst has happened here. I'm with Commander Shepard and a brave crew. We're trying to build a weapon to turn the tide, but I fear that the civilization you remember, the people of the Milky Way as you knew them, could be gone forever. You may be all that's left. Please, don't forget us. Keep us alive in your hearts. And tell your children of the wonders that once were. On behalf of the crew of the Normandy SR2, this is Dr. Liara Tassoni, signing off.
I'm securing these Milky Way reports. This is the only copy and I don't want it getting out. Whatever happened was 600 years ago. Someday we might break the news to everyone if the time's right. I guess we always knew there was no going back.
Jezusie Przenajświętszy, normalnie czuję, że się popłaczę. Autentycznie. Co ja teraz mam, przepraszam bardzo, do zrobienia? Tajemnica rodziny. Spotka się z bratem przy kapsule stazy matki. Stacji kryogenicznej. Chryste Panie. Szczerze mówiąc, kompletnie mnie w tym... Wiecie, co to jest w sumie najgorsze? Że kompletnie mnie nie obchodzi to, co się dzieje na przykład z rodziną Ryder. Mnie obchodzi to, kurczę, że mamy wiadomości z Drogi Mlecznej, o żniwiarzach, o tym, co się tam działo i to jest... Autentycznie. Miałam przez chwilę wrażenie, że się popłaczę. Dobra, pędzimy w takim razie do tej stacji kryogenicznej. Nie tędy. Nie, prawda? Nie tędy? No nie tędy. Czyli nasz brat już wstał, tak?
My team and I surveyed EOS thoroughly and even stopped the storms. The rest is up to the outpost, but the old threats are gone.
There you are. What's all this about?
Jezusie Przenajświętszy, no naprawdę, przytłoczyło mnie to troszeczkę.
Okay, this is the pod you told me about. Who's Elizabeth Riley?
If you could have one person back in your life, who would it be?
Well, Mom, of course. I mean... Hold on a second. Elizabeth Riley. Her initials. ER. Are you telling me?
I saw Dad's last memory. ER is Ellen Ryder. He put her here. Scott, it's Mom.
I don't... How... Wow. How is this possible?
Apparently, putting her into stasis also put her disease on hold.
Its progress has been halted. Alec put her in stasis after she fell unconscious in the hospital.
This is incredible. So Dad being a pain in the ass finally paid off. I want to shake his hand. And then punch him. Why didn't he tell us?
I said the same thing, but does it really matter? She's still with us.
Well, let's get her out of there.
Nie. Przecież choroba. No właśnie.
Ellen is alive. Reviving her would trigger the disease, which would prove fatal.
Can't we cure her, Sam? It's been 600 years.
That was your father's plan.
What do you mean?
Alec hoped that in Andromeda, we would discover new scientific insights that could provide answers. Our journeys in Helios have indeed provided valuable genetic knowledge, information that could lead to a cure. But patience is required. For the moment, enjoy the fact that she is still alive, and that your accomplishments will one day save her life.
Just make sure she stays safe, Sam.
We lost her once. We're not losing her again.
My original purpose was to ensure the survival of Ellen Ryder. It is a mission I hope the three of us will one day fulfill, together.
Dobra, tak więc Elizabeth.
Hang in there, Mom. We missed you. We'll get you out of there someday.
No dobra, w takim razie pędzimy wobec tego chyba do miejsca wykonania zadania głównego. No trochę przytłoczyło, muszę przyznać, trochę przytłoczyło. Tak. Dobra, gdzie mam się w ogóle udać? Sojusznicy i związki, kurka, wodna kategoria ta zawiera również misje lojalnościowe i nic tam nie ma. Idealnie. Dobra, tutaj też w zasadzie nic nie ma. To idziemy właśnie w związku z misją główną, tylko że ja może sobie ją oznaczę, bo kurka wodna nie trafia z pozostałymi pionierami, a gdzie oni są? W dokach, o. Może być i dok. Trafiło mnie to w serduszko prosto. Tak zakuło, delikatnie w serduszko. Dobra, lecimy tam do tych pionierów wyżej. Kurka wodna, myślałam, że tak fajnie uda mi się ogrążyć tą barierkę, ale nie. Dobra, w takim razie pędzimy tam. Aha, się zabunkrowali u naukowców, tak? Laboratorium techniczne. No spoko, też opcja.
Ryder, good to see you. We've been working with Dr. Aradana and her team on the problem of getting to Meridian.
We think we have the answer.
I'm listening.
Its plans for new technology we've designated Ghost Storm.
As you approach Meridian, our own ships can broadcast fake returns for the Tempest.
The Ket won't know which is real. It will confuse their sensors and draw their ships off.
It could buy you some time.
I can work with that, just enough to give us an advantage.
The rest is up to you.
I can handle it, though it means going against the initiative. We're alone here. You didn't hear that.
Hear what? We've been collating gamma charts all day.
A risk comes with the job. Part of being a Pathfinder.
Sure, if they'd pay us once in a while.
Not after this.
First, you'll need to research the Ghost Storm technology. Then we'll rendezvous at Meridian.
Good luck.
No dobra, to co teraz? Zintegruj technologię.
Technology appears mimetic, taking designs from different sources to improve their own. It is a familiar pattern. Observe, conquer, incorporate.
Przepraszam bardzo, chcę posłuchać.
I cannot speculate, Professor. We should anticipate the Ket learning from and incorporating initiative technology as well.
No tak, Ketowie. Wbrew pozorom dość zaawansowani są, to trzeba przyznać. W sensie, no właśnie w ten sposób, prawda, że wchłaniają obce rasy do siebie. W sensie, no z pewnością jest to ciekawe. Dobra, w takim razie dlaczego przydałyby się nowe składniki? Przecież mu dostarczyłam. Dobra, na Tempest. Na Tempest pani i zobaczymy wpierw terminal. Bo prawdopodobnie ktoś coś ode mnie chce. Jak nie, to się trochę dziwię. szczerze mówiąc. Trochę mam nadzieję, że nie, ale no właśnie zobaczymy. Dobra, wobec tego skarga do Tana pójdzie im w pięty. Za chwilkę. O, właśnie, o Parchero od Kalo. Cześć Ryder, zajrzyj do mnie w wolnej chwili. Właśnie odebraliśmy bardzo dziwną rzecz. Chyba to coś związanego z salariańską arką, okej. Zaproszenie tylko pionierzy od kapitan Hayer. Ryder, co u ciebie? Pewnie dużo się dzieje jak u nas, ale powrót tylu pionierów na Nexus to wielkie wydarzenie, nie zapomnijmy o tym. Kiedy będziesz na Nexusie, przyjdź do siedziby pionierów i poświętujmy jak trzeba, tylko pionierzy. Okej. Czyli co, znowu na Nexus? Prawdy i naruszenia. Dobra, Kalo.
There you are. I was wondering, when you found the Solarian Ark, was anything strange, out of place?
You mean besides the Exalted Krogan, the relics, and getting jabbed in the neck? Why are you asking?
Because a few hours ago, we received this.
Hello, Ryder. I don't think the Solarian Ark was captured by chance.
Oh.
If you want to know more, meet me at these coordinates.
That's all. Do you think it's some sort of hoax?
Now that I think about it, a Ket armada just stumbling across the Solarian Ark seems a little convenient.
Coincidences do happen, though when you put it like that. I'll put the coordinates for this meeting in the nav computer. I suppose there's no harm in making sure.
Tak, wiedziałam, że coś kurczę jeszcze jest do zrobienia. Udaj się na miejsce spotkania na Havarl, tak? Podróż do Meridianu, sojusznicy i związki, prawda i naruszenia. Czy ja mam jakieś zadanie w związku z tym, że chcemy się spotkać normalnie z tym? Z pionierami? Nie mam cholera pojęcia, szczerze. Serio, nie mam pojęcia. Mam ja zadanie? Podróż do Meridianu, terminal pocztowy. Dało mi to coś? Czy po prostu tak mi się wyświetliło, ale tak naprawdę niechcący już to zrobiłam? Nie mam pojęcia. Dobra, nie wiem, może sobie sprawdzimy. Nie zintegruj technologii, bo normalnie tego, nie dam rady potem zrobić zadania. Dobrze, wobec tego mapa galaktyki poproszę serdecznie. Czy coś się tutaj wyświetla? No nie, to olać. To olać w takim razie. Na Havarl, tak? Havarl tutaj. Dobra, w takim razie do nowego układu, tak. Do układu z Havarl. Nie wiem, trochę się zamyślam, muszę przyznać w tym momencie, bo jednak dużo informacji dostaliśmy podczas tego odcinka, więc no właśnie, jakoś nie wiem, staram się to przetworzyć w głowie. Jednak wybiło mnie trochę z rytmu, że mieliśmy tak wprost odwołania do trójki. Ogólnie do właśnie, no, poprzednich wydarzeń. W sensie wydarzeń z poprzednich części. O, może w ten sposób. Walnęło mnie to trochę po głowie.
Entering atmosphere, LZ in sight.
Każdemu, kto zna tylko Andromedę, serdecznie polecam się zapoznać z poprzednimi częściami Mass Effecta. Co prawda tematyka jest kompletnie inna, ale ciekawa również. Bo może ktoś się taki trafi, kto wie, że na przykład Andromedę tylko albo ogląda, albo tylko grał w Andromedę i na przykład pozostałych części nie zna. Jak coś, wszystkie są u mnie. Tylko ze starym mikrofonem, więc przykro mi, byście musieli przeżyć gorszą troszeczkę jakość dźwięku. O, chyba kojarzę, co tutaj było. Mniej więcej. Mniej niż więcej, ale kurka woda, czy ty możesz się załadować, gro? Jezus Maria. Mówisz? Ała! Jezusie. Ja chcę tylko przejść, dajcie mi przejść. Tylko tyle chcę. Tylko tyle wymagam. Nie no, schowaj, że tę broń. O, coś tutaj jest do zeskanowania? Dobra, nieważne. Żegnam. Dubi duba. Są porzuceni. Może dam radę po prostu obok nich przejść. Nie, nie dałam rady. Ups. Pełzacz jakowyś. Zostawże mnie. Nikiel. Przeskakujemy, o. Przechodzimy, już chciałam powiedzieć.
that message about the Solarian Ark?
There's truth to it. We should know.
Okej, można się było domyśleć. Szczerze mi się wydawało, że to jest coś, co kojarzę, wiecie? Dobra. Okej, to nie wycelowałam tym. No cóż, bywaj tak. Kurka wodna, naprawdę? A nie. Dobra.
Guess this was all a ruse. Let's look around. They might have left something.
Tu gdzieś, tak? O to chodzi. Zapasy. Zaopatrzenie ketów. Co tutaj jest? Sprzęt do łapania więźniów. Bierzemy.
From their gear, they were hoping to capture someone.
Mnie?
Probably me. Sorry about that.
O!
Though if you'd broken a sled, I'd be sorrier.
You sent us the message about the Solarian Ark?
Yes, Major Salin Vaughn, STG, retired, of course.
What's STG?
Jezus Mary,
Special
naprawdę?
Tasks Group. Back home, we were field agents who gathered intelligence and handled inconveniences.
By any means necessary, even assassination.
If you prefer. As I said, these days I stick with retiree.
A lot of people came to Andromeda for a fresh start.
I'm sure I'll enjoy mine when I find it. Let's be frank. There are too many inconsistencies aboard our Ark. They only make sense if someone betrayed us to the Ket. My best suspect is a biologist, Dr. Adden, but the evidence is thin. I need a Pathfinder to verify what I've found, or I risk arresting an innocent man.
Couldn't Hager help you with this?
Hager's too green to be corrupt, but his team's another story. You're obviously trustworthy. If you were involved, you wouldn't have saved our Ark in the first place.
Who's Adden? Why would he betray his Ark?
An ex-military biologist from the early wake-up team on our Ark. He claims to be studying the Ket. As for why, I intend to ask him.
All right, I'm in. How do we catch your traitor?
I only have 2 leads left. Dr. Adden's equipment and a Ket who might be his handler. I need you and your Sam to analyze them. If we show Dr. Adden's in regular contact with the Ket, that would prove he's the one.
What's the standard punishment for Ket collaborators?
Most people would settle for an angry mob, but I like to think justice made the trip out here. Remember Dr. Adden's equipment and his Ket contact. This has to be watertight. Good luck.
Volt, tak? No dobra, w takim razie. Tempest. O, naprawdę? Dlaczego mi, kurczę, aktywuje walkę jakąś, kiedy ja walczyć nie chcę? Czy ja mogę się tutaj znaleźć w różku i po prostu się przenieść? Tak? Da radę? Nie. Do różku mojego. Pędzę. O, ja tu się schowam. Dobra, oni nie mają broni, czyli mnie wyrzuciło z trybu walki, co mnie cieszy. A ja liczyłam, że to się załatwi tak szybciutko. No, ta marzę nie ściętej głowy. Szczerze do bólu. Tak, tam latające dziabongi. Dobra, moi mili, myślę, że w tym momencie sobie zakończymy. Ja rozpocznę następny odcinek po prostu na Volt, tam gdzie mamy zadanie. I co? Mam nadzieję, że odcinek ten wam się podobał, że będziecie też oglądali odcinki następne. Zostawcie komentarz, łapkę w górę, bądź zasubskrybujcie kanał, będzie mi niezmiernie miło. I do usłyszenia, mam nadzieję, następnym razem. Cześć!